Hey everyone, Ryan here from Next Level Property Investor, and hope you're well. How to get started in property at such a young age. Before we get going, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and if you want to take your game to the next level, hit me up at nextlevelpropertyinvesting.com. So getting into property at such a young age, boy do I wish I'd done it. I mean, it's so easy to get into property these days, especially with all the controlling strategies and all the different variations that you've got in terms of property investing. And you don't necessarily need huge amounts of cash, which makes it, a great solution for young entrepreneurs. Anybody with a bit of hunger can execute any of the rent-to-rent strategies. They can build the trust and the relationships with the landlords, and that's all you need to get started with property. It's a great strategy, and there's some really quick wins if you know what you're doing. So my top tips are, first and foremost, get educated. Nowadays with YouTube, with books, podcasts, there's plenty of free information out there to get you started. Whet your appetite, see which strategies tickle your fancy, whether it be serviced accommodation or whether it be rent to rent. You don't have to be 40, 50, 60 year old to manage tenants. At the end of the day, if you do it properly, then you're not going to be managing them yourself anyway. You're just going to be acquiring the property, and once you've got your systems and processes in place and you're fully set up, then it's such a great strategy, and it's so easy, and it's leveraged, and it's I'm not going to say it's passive, because it's never going to be totally passive. It's you've got to be involved in it. If you're an entrepreneur and you want to grow your business, you're going to have to be involved in it, but you're not going to have the headaches of dealing with tenants and everything in between that does come with dealing with property. So get educated, speak to others, get out there, network, make sure that you're on the right track, and making sure that you're going to limit the amount of mistakes that you're going to make. Education is worthwhile. Even if you spent 6 months before you actually invested in a property, before you took that plunge and took the risk, spend the time, really get yourself, have a good understanding of not only how to acquire properties and find deals, but once you've got the properties, how you're going to run them, how you're going to make sure that you're following all the right guidelines. I see so many people take on properties and not know how to check a tenant in properly, not know how to do the regular fire checks, or not know what contracts to use, and that in itself can trip you up, especially if you get a bad tenant and you want to kick them out and you can't serve the right notice on them. So make sure you get educated. It's the same with serviced accommodation. Make sure that you're collecting the right information to ensure you're not going to get a squatter, or you're not going to get just trouble through your door time and time again, which is going to cost you money in maintenance, or you're going to get stolen credit cards paying for your properties. There's a lot of things that can go wrong. So by gaining the knowledge, you're going to stay one step ahead of the game, and ultimately you're going to reduce your costs and make more money over time. Now, the best thing to do at such a young age, if I had my time again, and not only would I be soaking up all the sort of free content that's online, but I'd be wanting to network like hell. I'd be out there, I'd be documenting my journey, making sure that people knew who I was. And it doesn't matter how old you are, you're respected. It doesn't matter how whether you're 40, 50, 19, 17, you've got to prove your way, and that's how you gain respect, is by proving results, proving your way. If you can talk sense to people, then people are going to listen to you. It doesn't matter how old you are. If you can come across as you know what you're talking about, you understand things, you've maybe got a bit of experience, you might have 1 or 2 properties on the go, and go to networking events, hold your head high, speak up, tell people what you're looking for, tell them how you can help them, and build relationships. And if I see, I absolutely love it when the young kids come through my program, because I just wish I'd done it, and I can see how good their future is going to be, when they're sort of 10 years younger than me, 15 years younger than me, and they're already making some great moves and already putting some good, monthly recurring income into their bank balances, and gaining the experience that's so valuable and going to set them up, because there's no doubt that they will go on to asset building and probably commercial and residential conversions and bigger portfolio purchases as time takes them through their journey, because they're going to be building their cash flow and building that pot of money up now through controlling strategies and through working with landlords and working with investors. And if you don't fancy taking properties on, right now you can always get experience through deal sourcing, which gives you the front end side of it, where you can get out there and learn how to view a property, learn how to price a property up, learn how to work out the numbers to see if it works as a rent to rent deal, or even if you're selling it on as a buy, refurbish, refinance deal. So there's plenty of avenues available to you, and that is one of the key drivers for me of why you can get started as a young entrepreneur, and why I would be absolutely buzzing if I was 20 again. I would be like over the moon if I could discover property and start really digging into it like I did, and like you can, and what you've got available to you. The next thing is piggyback on experience. It's piggyback on experience. Book a strategy call with myself. 15 minutes. Let's just talk. I can tell you what I can do for you, or how you can get to where you need to be. But piggyback on people's experience. There's no better way to learn than from learning from someone who's already ahead of you, already done it, and got the t-shirt, as they say. By doing that, you reduce your mistakes, you reduce your headaches, and ultimately you move a lot quicker. So something that might take you a year, by piggybacking on someone's experience, it might take you a month to 6 weeks. It can really accelerate your growth, and there's no better thing for me than getting mentors. I've had them myself, and every single one of them has paid back more than I've spent on them, and the accelerated results that I got from it were crucial to get my business to where it is now. So so they're my top tips. If you are young, you're hungry, you want to move ahead in the property game, get started today. Honestly, it's an amazing game. It could create an amazing lifestyle for you, and you've got every opportunity in the world to do it. Take care.